You're welcome to the police officer's mess. Time honored, time tested, but dilapidated. I deliberately brought His Excellency here to see for himself where we gather together to unwind. It's a place that's begging for immediate transformation, but that's just by the way. You are welcome home, sir. You are welcome home. They say, Annual, Excellency, and the Chief of Staff, the SA Security, the Secretary of Government of Bayelsa State, all other protocols duly observed. Permit me to welcome you, sir, on your entry to this immediate visit to senior officers of Bayelsa State Police Command. By dignifying us with your presence, you have not only shown that you are prepared to work hands in glove with the command to sustain peaceful atmosphere in Bayelsa State, but you have also shown that you are committed to your agenda of zero tolerance to crime. In pursuit of this agenda, a round of applause. In pursuit of your auspicious agenda, the Bayelsa State Command spearheaded a peaceful gubernatorial election on 10/2/2012, which has been adjudged the best free, fair gubernatorial election ever witnessed in the state and Nigeria at large. The story could have been different, but for the proactive and strategic security arrangement put in place by the police command under my able leadership. Good communication network is a veritable tool to strategic security procurement. Consequently, I have discretionarily procured 10 Procom telephone lines and distributed same to all metro DPOs, operations, command control room, police headquarters, counter, and the CP's office, one of which is just here. In line with the pursuit of ITP's policy of zero tolerance and the pursuit of the zero tolerance philosophy of your administration, the command has declared a manhunt for all criminals in the state. So far, I'm proud to say 32 suspects, among whom are drug peddlers, armed robbers, cultists, including one Kodomi, a notorious gangster and kingpin who has been terrorizing innocent citizens of the state, were paraded on 33 before the press. Appropriate legal measures have been taken against them as soon as expedient. It will please Your Excellency to know that I have resuscitated the command fuel dump, which from impeccable records has been moribund for over 14 years. Your Excellency, I would like to invite you to see things for yourself, just across. I've done that. So that this will, to a large extent, restore sanity to our transportation department by putting to a halt a situation where lack of fuel impedes police urgent operational strategy. At my instance, also, a meeting for restoration of peace in Tombras was initiated. On 14/3/2012, deliberations of the conflict ended as peace returned to the community, which resulted in peaceful return of all those in exile for over 2 years to their fatherland. It is my belief that our individual and collective efforts will go a long way in creating an enabling atmosphere for business investors and other law-abiding citizens, which will ultimately lead to socio-political and economic development of Bayelsa State, and to that extent put Bayelsa State as a state to travel to in Nigeria by the grace of God. I want to seize this opportunity to pledge the loyalty of my administration to your government and governance, to assure you that all efforts, man-material combination, have been put in place to make this place a safe haven for both Bayelsans and international investors. This trip will not complete if I don't add some version of Odivatrism. You have done so much for us since you assumed office. One thing that has given us the impetus to work hard is the psychological and emotional balance that you have given to us by telling us your first constituency is the Nigerian police. For this you are very grateful. You are a front runner, and I look at you and say, sometimes Chris Olape, you will be like Right Honorable Henry Dickson in a short while. You have set the motion, and the wind of change has come to the police, which usually has been demure. A policeman is always full with regrets. He looks down on himself. He doesn't have that self-effusion. He doesn't know what to do with himself. But people like you have come. I think that era has died and died forever. I didn't hear a loud debate. We want to see a Nigeria governed by policemen, because policemen are the closest to Nigerian citizenry. So we must not shy from our responsibility to showcase acts of good governance. I want to seize this opportunity, Your Excellency, to draw attention to paucity of funds. Lack of funds has held us back from doing a lot of things. I am a man who loves doing capital projects myself. I have myself taken the bull by the horn and selflessly improved on my office. I made this kind of old roof over 14 years ago, but I've changed it to the best of roofs, hanging roof in my office, so that the civil office for the same optional police. And secondly, transportation is the bane of policing the state. We have rickety, wobbly transport, and so we cannot meet up the exigency of response time. We want to plead, using this auspicious moment, to ask that what you have promised, you have started bringing, but we are asking that we should come fast and see how response will be our watchword from the time we get there. Then there is the issue of the creek. And by the grace of God, we have gunboats that can stand the test of time anywhere, anytime in the world. But the gunboats are just hanging at the harbor. What is holding the gunboat is nothing than LPO, lubricants, petroleum, oil, LPO. We need AGO, we need PMS to propel these machines. We have life jackets, we have bulletproof, and we have seasoned mariners in the marine department. Arubo Timmy and team, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Clap for him. Arubo is waiting to man those boats. Sir, you are going to help us with those logistics that will put the boats into the creek and serve as terror line for miscreants. Like today, I got an information that there was piracy and snatching of boats along Sangana. If we have our boats on ground, they will not dare that. No pirate can dare the Nigerian police boat. It will be to his own detriment and to his life. We will have to put his life on the line to meet the exigencies of that machine. So we plead, sir, with due respect, that you give us enough petrol, lubricants, oil to facilitate a re-engineering of creek patrol in the state. I want to use this opportunity to say we thank God that you are one of our own, and we are proud to have you, and we are proud. Because yes, we are proud because it's very difficult to see a policeman that can hold this thing and speak extempore for 40, 50, 1 hour without looking at anything. We give our able governor round of warm ovation, round of applause. Finally, we pray the Almighty to defeat every Goliath in his life. You will defeat every Goliath along the line. I didn't hear loud amen. You will defeat them. And you will come out to be one of the greatest governors this state has ever witnessed. So, I round up my speech by saying, silver and gold have we done?
On behalf of the government and the good people of Bayelsa, bring you warmest felicitations and appreciation to you, members of your able team of officers, very committed patriots and Nigerians, for all the wonderful job you have been doing, which I know you will continue to do in service of country, and particularly in service of our dear states. Today is a very emotional day for me, being in your midst. Because, as you all know, I feel at home in your midst. And I've told everyone, and I made it clear from the day of declaration throughout the campaigns and at my inauguration, that I learned about service to country and commitment to duty from the institution called the Nigerian Police. And if others do not know, I know that you spend all your time, you spend all your life at great cost, at great inconvenience, and at great risk to life and to limb, and to the lives of your families in service of our country and in dedication to the cause of justice and observance of law and order. That's a great calling that I also share with you. I consider it a great honor and privilege that I took that path very early in my life. That's why I tell everybody I remain a policeman till my last day. So today, tell you all that as governor of this state, I'm your governor, first of all. I'm your governor. This is police government in Bayelsa State. And you all have to make it work. Not so? Yes. Thank you. And that is why this is the first interaction I'm having with institutions in this state. And I thought that, like charity beginning at home, my charity, our charity, will begin with the police, where I belong. Many of your faces are familiar to me. And I shared this job with many of you, the great moments which have become part of my personal history. From Port Harcourt, though most of you interacted with most of you, Mupio Commander and I were at Pulak. A number of you, I'm seeing my sister there. We've all been together at different times. So many of you there. All of you, and you know it. So we've all come a long way. And the lesson that teaches is simply this: that if I, who used to be number 142137, BC Seriake Dickson, is today, by the grace of God and with the support men and women of goodwill, governor of Bayelsa State, then you know that with God all things are possible. And that your own life story has not ended. Amen. You have only started. Amen. You don't know where God is taking you. Amen. So my brothers, I'm here to tell you that all hope is not lost. Amen. I'm here to assure you that you have one of your own in government. And that is why throughout my campaigns, even as a candidate, I left no one in any doubt that our government under me, will be a government of strict observance of law and order. Because that was the first lesson I learned in life as a 19-year-old when I enlisted in the police as a constable. I learned to be a servant of the law. I learned to be an instrument of law and order. Policing the streets of Port Harcourt alone at night. There were no places I didn't guard. And after some time, started my studies, but also working at night. So I have been a man of the law through and through. I didn't cut corners. I roughened it up and faced the challenges that life threw at me. So the government under me is clearly one that will not cut corners, one that will insist on law and order, because that is what I know and that's what I live for. Not only did I start life as a law enforcement officer, ended up studying law and became a lawyer dedicated to the interpretation and application of law. And until recently, two-time elected member of the House, making laws. And it's no surprise, therefore, that my politics is not associated at all with thuggery and violence. And that's why I want, going forward, people to know that there's a paradigm shift. In this state, there will be zero tolerance to law breaking, there will be zero tolerance to criminality, to violence and thuggery of any form, under any shape, guise or manner. And under me, that will not be tolerated. Otherwise, I will cease to be identified with the noble institution that we all share, the institution of law enforcement. So today, CP, my good brothers and sisters in the service, I want to assure you that you have my support, you have my partnership. And let me say unto you, go ye today and enforce the laws of this state and of this country. Amen. Fearlessly and as diligently as you can. And I assure you that in so doing, you have my support. Gone are those days where people will be shielded from the arms of the law. Gone are those days where the state will give any sort of cover or support or encouragement of any kind to lawbreaking. Gone are those days of governments that will bring about impunity, will give impunity to those who do not respect social order and legality. So CP, I want to thank you for all the giant strides you have made. I particularly want to thank you and the officers for effectively taking charge of the law and order situation in the state and particularly in the streets of Yenagoa. Let me thank you and the officers whom I know worked tirelessly day and night at great cost and in very difficult circumstances. Well, I started that way and I know this institution. I know so many things that most people outside do not know. And I know that you work under very extreme circumstances. And you are like the dustbin of society, on which the society dumps all its problems. But even in these circumstances, you've done very well in this state. And with your support and cooperation, you helped to deliver a flawless, free and fair general election. I'd like to commend you and your officers. And you have also done so. You have stamped the authority of the law on the streets of Yenagoa. And all of us, all residents of Yenagoa, all Bayelsans, appreciate the change. They enjoy the freedom that liberty under the law bestows. And we are all seeing what you are doing. And this is just the beginning. You have my total support in all the issues you mentioned. Vehicles are coming your way. Mobility and communication are coming your way. strategic support in very important ways and means are coming away. Because my first duty, and indeed the first duty of any government, is to bring about law and order. Ensure that there is stability, there is safety, there is public safety, and there is law and order. We intend to encourage investments in the state. And I'm holding several meetings. I'm doing so much in the area of giving confidence to the investing public in this state, in this country, and outside. We want to turn around the economy of this state so that jobs will be created, so that we can generate and create wealth, so that we can develop new skills, so that we can give jobs to steaming unemployed youth, so that we can bring about accelerated infrastructural development. All of this will not be able to do if there's no enabling environment of peace and law and order. So this government will invest massively in the area of creating a secure atmosphere under which our development will take place. So you're going to find in me a ready, willing, and dependable ally and partner in this process. I have stepped into this mess. I think that while it is a mess, I don't want to say it is in a mess. But I think I can safely say that the police deserves better. And in no distant time, the government of Bayelsa State under me will create a suitable and appropriate, a befitting place for relaxation. So that after they have this job, you can relax here. You know, the mess is a very important place in a regimented service like ours, because that is where you can wine and dine and sometimes forget the officialdom that regimentation naturally imposes. So in the next couple of weeks and months, you are going to have a befitting mess here. And you know, I don't just talk. Once I say, I do. By next week, the process of valuation will start. By next week or the other week, the process of award will start. And the rest, in terms of supervision, will belong to all of us to ensure that whoever gets it delivers on time. What I do not know is whether this compound, available land, will be suitable for it. That you will talk with me, and we will consult going forward. That is just, if I don't give it, who will give it? But you know, to whom much is given. So we want all these baggers, all these cultists flushed out of Bayelsa State. I have no time for cultism. I've never been a member of any cult. And yet I'm where I am. So please help this government to ensure that we take out us, and where there are constraints, TP, you know you have my ready partnership. So let me thank you once again.
Let's capture that very quickly, please. Let's capture that very quickly.
about 3,000 liters. One chocolate. What do you use this together? Because all this is swampy. So when there's water, it goes very high and it's a problem to them.
But they have foundation.
They have fun.
Foundation of things. So for now, this is adequate.
This is adequate.
That's our fuel dog.
This has been moribund for over 14 years. Nobody came to this.
So don't
Create space for people.
Yes, no. I won't take open shots like this.
Maybe that.